Welcome to Into the Kit, where I talk about drums, music news, and of course I play drum covers. Today's video, I want to run down some of my top drum influences. First up, Sir Richard Starkey, aka Ringo Star. Born on July 7th of 1940, an English musician, singer, songwriter, and actor, gained worldwide fame as the drummer for the Beatles. Occasionally, he sang lead vocals for the group, usually one song each album, including Yellow Submarine, Little Help from My Friends, and their cover of Act Naturally. He also wrote and sang the Beatles songs Don't Pass Me By and Octopus Garden, and is credited as co-writer of others. Starr was inflicted with a life-threatening illness during childhood, with periods of prolonged hospitalizations. He briefly held a position with British Rail before securing an apprenticeship as a machinist at a Liverpool equipment manufacturer. Soon after, he became interested in the UK skiffle craze and developed a fervent admiration for the genre. In 1957, he co-founded his first band, the Eddie Clinton Skiffle Group, which earned several prestigious local bookings before the fast succumbed to the American rock and roll by early 1958. When the Beatles formed in 1960, Starr was a member of another Liverpool group, Rory Storm and the Hurricanes. After achieving moderate success in the UK and Hamburg, he quit the Hurricanes and joined the Beatles in August of 1962. Replacing Pete Best. In addition to the Beatles films, Starr has acted in numerous others. After the band's breakup in 1970, he released several successful singles, including the U.S. top 10 hit It Don't Come Easy, and number ones Photograph and You're 16. His most successful UK single was Back Off Boogaloo, which peaked at number 2. He achieved commercial and critic success with his 1973 album Ringo, which was a top 10 release in both the UK and the US. He was featured in numerous documentaries, hosted TV shows, narrated the first 2 series of a children's television program, Thomas and Friends, and portrayed Mr. Conductor during the first season of the PBS children's television series, Shining Time Station. Since 1989, he has toured with 13 variations of Ringo Starr and his all-star band. Starr's playing style, which emphasized feel over technical virtuosity, influenced many drummers to reconsider their playing from a compositional perspective. He also influenced various modern drummer techniques, such as the match grip, tuning drums lower, and using muffled devices on tonal rings. In his opinion, his finest recorded performance was on the Beatles' Rain. In 1999, he was inducted into the Modern Drummer Hall of Fame. In 2011, Rolling Stone readers named him the 5th greatest drummer of all time. He was inducted twice into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, as a Beatle in 1988 and as a solo artist in 2015, and was appointed a Knight Bachelor in the 2018 New Year Honors for service to music. Now, Ringo's one of my top drummer influences of all time ever since I was a kid. I mean, the Beatles was pretty much one of my first rock and roll bands that I can actually really remember. That was my favorite band when I was growing up. Now, granted, by the time I was born, they were no longer a group per se, but all through my childhood, I have to say that they were like the biggest influence of my music taste of all time. I mean, it got me more into rock and roll, and then you got Elvis and stuff like that, of course, and what have you. But it was the Beatles and Ringo Starr that pretty much got me more and more into rock and roll. Now, Ringo was never really a technical drummer. He played more on feel than anything else. I mean, he wasn't like a Neil Peart or what have you, but he did play on like over 300 odd songs for the Beatles, and most of them were all different. They were all different types of drums, different types of percussions and stuff, like different styles of playing. I mean, the man has done a lot over his career. Now, with Rolling Stone naming Ringo Starr as the 5th greatest drummer of all time, I kind of agree with that a little bit, just a little bit. And I think I actually have that issue somewhere floating around here in the house and what have you. I'll have to go dig that up. I kind of agree with it. I think he's pretty much, again, like in my top 5, to say the least. And so like maybe up even there a little higher, because I think he's influenced a lot more other drummers than most people want to give him credit for. I mean, he's in my top 5 for sure. So I don't know. Is Ringo one of your top drummers? Let me know in the comments down below. Now, if you have any questions or ideas for topics for the show, please send them to the email at the bottom of the screen. I'd love to hear from you. So see you next time, people. Peace. Make sure you click on that subscribe button so you can be notified every time I drop another video. Hey, while you're at it, check out one of my other movie review videos, or check out one of my drum cover videos. Give it a like, give it a share. Join in the discussion in the comments down below. Have a good day. Peace.